because of the strike too. That's why you don't have like late night talk shows. And the late night talk show hosts, like, because you don't have that, they're actually going to dive in. They're doing a podcast. And the podcast actually started yesterday. So it's out there. You got everybody here. You got the whole lineup right here coming to do this. And it's really, they say the 5 hosts are doing this: Jimmy Kimmel, Jimmy Fallon, Stephen Colbert, John Oliver, and Seth Meyers. And it's in order to actually pay their writing staff. So the proceeds will actually go out to their crew and actually give money back to them because they're not working during this time, which is happening a long time. They're calling it Strike Force 5. And, and it's actually supported by...
2 Johns, 2 Jims, and a Seth.
It's great. It's really great. And that's fun. It's 12 episodes. It's coming out on Spotify. And they're actually like supported by Sabrina's man, Ryan Reynolds, and Mint Mobile. And they're actually... the Aviation Gin, Bullet Frontier Whiskey's involved. This Casamigos and Kettle One Vodka are all supporting this whole thing as
Casamigos, that's
sponsors.
George Clooney.
Giorgio
Clooney. Clooney.
Yeah, Bat Clooney's in there too doing his thing, So yeah, so they're doing this. I mean, this is great because you haven't heard of a lot of things. Of course, you have like somebody said, George Clooney. I think The Rock. There were a bunch of celebrities came out and gave $1 million to the Actors Fund to help actors out during these troubling times. But also, you haven't heard about this where the staff on all these late night shows, they haven't had jobs since May. So there's a lot of them that are just struggling, and they're giving back this way. It's kind of cool. Why not? The podcast world, as you know, we do it too. It's definitely the Wild West. They could do this and help give back a little bit, and especially people want to hear what these guys say. So, Sabrina, are you surprised this is happening, or do you think it's pretty cool? What do you think?
I think it's amazing. I wish they would have done it sooner. I think it's fucking awesome. I love most of those people that you just showed. No, I'm just kidding. I like it. They're all great. Jimmy Kimmel is my favorite, like, every night talk show host. Yeah, there it is. Brian's so good. I just love him. I love him. I think he's hilarious. I think he has a great take on things. He's like so casually funny. And I love that he started on The Man Show, which makes me very happy. John Oliver is my favorite probably of overall out of everybody, but I don't get to see him as much. So that's why I go with Jimmy. Jimmy Fallon, I don't love his show that much, but I do love him as he was great on Saturday Night Live. Love it. Seth Meyers, hit or miss for me, but you know what? There was one show literally where I laughed about one joke for 3 weeks. And I told everyone that would listen about it. Like, so also, it's great. Stephen Colbert, also extremely smart, very, very good, very relevant, very funny. He's also a great producer. So I think this is going to be bar none awesome. I think everyone should tune into it. And I think everyone should just, even if you don't love it and this is not your thing, put it on in the fucking background. Let it get a view. Let it get a hit. Let it make money so that they can pay the writers. Also, back when the last writer's strike was happening, I don't know if anyone remembers this. I think I did mention it on the show another time, but Conan O'Brien did a completely improv off the cuff show where he would just like kind of do his own thing. And like, it was the same thing to pay his writers. So I think this is like taking a page out of that book, and I'm really proud of them. And I'm really happy that they're doing it. I think it's the right move.
Yeah, I think it's awesome. I mean, it's why not? What else are they doing right now? Because they haven't been working either. And I know Jimmy Kimmel was saying too that he was thinking about retiring before this whole strike happened. And he was like, now that he's been off for so long, he's like, I can't imagine retiring. I kind of miss it quite a bit, which makes sense. I mean, you're used to doing it, getting the spotlight, and now you're helping people back. Rachel, what do you think about this? Do you think it's a great idea that these guys came together to do this?
Sure. I mean, that's a lot of comedic power you have going into it. I really like Stephen Colbert and John Oliver. The only one of their shows I watch really is Last Week Tonight with John Oliver, because I'm under the age of 40, so I don't watch late night TV.
Wow, shots fired, bitch.
Oh,
I don't have cable. Let me have cable. What do you want?
It's on Hulu.
Who is going at like 2 p.m? Let me go watch the late night show from last night on Hulu.
So you have to watch it that night. I just Googled Jimmy Kimmel's monologue. It's always a fucking crowd pleaser, and so is Stephen Colbert's, bitch. What? Fuck you.
Yeah.
I don't watch the guests. Nobody
There's
cares
lots
about
of love
the
here
guests.
tonight.
No one cares about the music.
It wasn't targeted, Sabrina.
Yeah, why did you literally? I just spoke and you said I'm not 100, so I'm gonna have to say fuck you on that. But
Lots
I do
of
watch
love.
John Oliver because it's on a different platform. So
It's one show a week,
So funny.
and he does
P.S.
in-depth.
Brian's not over 40, by the way, and he watches it. So
Encroaching.
put foot in mouth here.
Encroaching.
God,
But no, it's a great thing though, right, Rachel? Giving back to the people right now, especially.
Oh, get that Sunny D and vodka right now. Do it. You too, Spencer. Don't laugh.
I'm just having a good time over here, but I'll drink with you.
Thank you.
It's a great thing though, giving
That's
back
not
like this.
superior. I'm older. I have seniority.
All right.
Oh, GR seconds there. We got to take another drink, everybody.
Take a
Mhm.
damn
Yeah,
drink.
take a damn
Sabrina's
drink.
out here bombing everyone.
Mhm.
What am I doing? Are you want to go at it again? What's
But
Sabrina
Spencer, do you feel the same way like Rachel does? You think you shouldn't be watching this or what?
That was awesome.
Definitely
Very
I
cool.
didn't say
Over
anyone
40, by the
shouldn't
way.
watch it. I just said I'm not
Love-
familiar with these dudes too much.
Because you're not over 40.
Can I? Can I? No, I'm
No,
just
fine.
No, I agree with it. I honestly agree with pretty much everything you guys said. Awesome. Turn it on in the background. Let them make some money. Pay the crew, especially during these tough times. Awesome that's kind of why they're doing it, to help people out. They all have plenty of money, so they, the fact that they give a shit is nice. I think they're all awesome in their own ways. I'd say Seth is probably my least favorite, but still very intelligent, very put together guy who, is still a very funny guy. But John Oliver and Stephen Colbert are fucking just hysterical. So I would watch, I would probably enjoy anything that they do. So excited, happy that there's something that people are doing right.
Yeah.
And the first episode's out there. You can check it out after the show too if you want to. And then, of course,
I
every week
listened to a
we get
little
more.
bit of it today. It's really good.
You're a baby, Sabrina. That's what GR
Because
said.
I'm
Hey,
750, so I
let her read it
dinosaured on
out.
my way home from work.
Right. But yeah, it's a great thing though. Rachel, I get a lot of people don't watch late night anymore though too. I feel like that's happened less and less people.
Absolutely.
They're all very funny. I think it's great that they're doing this to pay the writers. I love that they're supporting the writers.
It's 100% not a dying realm of television, by the way. Like people watch it, just not you.
All cable
it's
TV
not,
is a
it's
dying
not going
realm.
anywhere. Not going anywhere. They love it. People love it. It's very successful. It's not dying. It's not going anywhere.
I didn't know
it's
you
so
were
funny.
so passionate about late night TV.
I will
It's
say-
been
Passionate about this.
Since Johnny Carson used to make stars out of people, they come on a show and then they become stars. So it's been around forever and it's not going anywhere.
I really wish I
I
had a Johnny
love
Carson
the
impression, but I do
idea
not.
of news and comedy together because typically you get
Yeah.
better quality news and
Thank
it's more enjoyable to watch. It's not like, oh, 3 people were stabbed to death. And it's like,
I actually started. I didn't watch it as much, but like over the pandemic, when you're like trapped at home and there's really like, nothing to effing do, and like I'm sick of watching the 38,000 press conference about nothing. Like it was a fun way to get the news. Thank you for saying that, Spencer, because that's it. Was
It's
like
very true.
I was like, let's see his take. Let's see his take. Like it
Yes.
was a fun way to stay current without having to like bog your brain down with all of the fucking bullshit and the nonsense and the fucking politics.
And
like it was just.
yes, if you have relatives who are maybe in an adverse way, push them towards it. Sometimes they'll give them a couple of chuckles, and they'll maybe like, oh, that's an interesting thought.
To be fair, I will say this, Rachel. My mom said to me at least 150 times, "Did you see Kimmel last night? Did you see Kimmel last night? Did you see Colbert? Did you hear the joke that
My
Colbert made about
grandparents,
that?" And I'm like, no,
all the
I have
time.
to pay attention.
I think it's a great thing though, giving back though, honestly, like
It
this
is
is
amazing.
something that they can do and get people watching and listening. I should say listening more. And then they do have the video version too, but I think it's just great to do.